Hello, my fellow Trojans! Okay, so today we are here with a really cool mod. Okay, we're gonna put it on pause. It's the Flames of the North. Okay, so it has Arnor. We have our Arnorian forces here facing Angmar. Okay, the link will be in the description, so if you guys want to go check it out, you guys are more than willing to do so. Okay, so we have, I don't know how many men of Arnor here, but we set up our defense on this hill. Okay, we also had some Elves of Linden, led by Caliborn, okay, to come try to help save Arthedain. Obviously, Rudour has already fallen. There's some evil men of Rudour already in this army. So we're going to go ahead and just look at the models really quick. So we got some Goblin Mercenary Cleavers. Okay, these guys look decent. Okay, some Goblins. You got the Great Axes of Rudour, the evil men of Rudour that I was talking about. More Goblin Mercenary Blades. Some Orc Raiders. Some Rudour Spearmen. We got Wardens of Angmar here. Really good heavy shock infantry. Mercenary Goblin Chieftains. Love the models for these goblins, by the way. Got Blades of Angmar. Some Urks. Goblin Mercenary Archers. What else we got? Fanatics of the Witch King. These guys are pretty evil looking. Ooh, and then we got Hwaldir, Chief of Kameth Bryn. Evil traitor. We got Pikes of Angmar here. Acolytes of the Witch King. These guys are really cool looking. They are really good. I think that's about it. These guys, the Northern Trolls of Angmar, those helmets look absolutely menacing, guys. We got Orc Hammers here. I stole some Dwarven Hammers, it looks like. But yeah, it's about it. Alright, so they have 11,000 troops, almost 12,000. So we are at number 221. Okay, so we'll start over here with our Cav. These models look awesome, guys. We got some Knights of Arnor. These are one of my favorite units. The Knights of Arthedain. These guys are very good. Now you guys will see this is a very close battle. Like, it was brutal. It was a very brutal battle. We got some great swords of Cardolin. These guys are my favorite by far. That's why I put them on the thumbnail. These are the High Kingsguard. Love the helmets. The helmets look absolutely amazing. Alright, behind we got some Dunedain Rangers, of course. We got some Arnorian Spear Guards. Back here we also got some High King Blade Masters. Spearmen of Arnor here in their chainmail. We got some Arnorian Bowmen. We got some Arnorian Swordsmen here as a second line. We got some Dismounted Knights of Arthedain. These guys are awesome. Then we got High King LSR, which this is not LSR, this is, you know, the King of Arthedain. So, Rudour has already fallen. Cardolin looks like it's soon to fall to the Witch King. And the men of Arthedain, the greatest kingdom of them all, are standing against the hordes of Angmar. Alright, let's get this going. We're going to fast forward this right off the bat. I went ahead and put some stakes over here, simply being because I knew they were going to try to put their trolls this way. And those trolls are OP. I swear to God, they're almost better than Olagai. And I also have some Sudis Caltrops over here, some Caltrops to try to stop them as well. Oh, it takes a while to get this battle going. I got some trolls over here, I don't know why. Let's go ahead and look at the elves. The elves just set up a defensive position on this hill, and you're going to see that they are literally of no help. It's just us. They just sit here and watch us get slain. And yeah, I mean, I think it's because I chose us as the defenders, but you would think that the AI would be smart enough to come and help us. Because look at this massive horde that is moving against us, guys. It's absolutely huge. Look at this. Massive amount to our small little scratch force from Arthedain. So I recorded 3 custom battles. Okay, so I got one with Dol Guldur and Mirkwood. And I also have this one, and then I think my other one was kind of recreating the ambush of Athelion. So with Prince Farmir. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at these units. We got some Noldorn spears. I love these elven units. Can't wait for the new update. I haven't really done that much content on this simply because I was just waiting for the update to come out. But you know, I was bored, kind of sick of Rome 2, so I decided, hey, might as well do some Rise of Mordor, you know, videos, do a little throwback. It's been like 5 months since I've done any content on them. And they're quicker, and I enjoy making the thumbnails and stuff. Got some shipwright nobles here. Some Noldorn infantry. Love the shields. Love the banded steel armor. Just great overall. Alright, well the enemy approaches here. Just look at all those troops, guys. And our line of spearmen is quite small. It's quite pathetic, honestly. You know, we got our Kingsguard here and just an overall pretty thin line. Only, what is it, 5 ranks deep in the most. Great Kingdom of the Dunedain making their final stand. These guys are going to hold the flanks, hopefully. Here come the trolls! Let's go ahead and get in a cinematic view and just watch these guys approach. Just watching the hordes approach on this hill here. Shoot the trolls! Bring them down! Now this is where the battle begins. Alright, they're going to bring their trolls in against those stakes. I decided to switch these 2 units out and bring in some dismounted knights of Arthedain. Hopefully they'll actually hold those trolls, because those trolls are just absolutely brutal. And they actually, a couple of them got brought down by those stakes, which was my plan. So we went ahead and charged in the Knights of Arthedain to try to stop these trolls. I went ahead and brought the cav out and around, hopefully so I could get some flank attacks in. But the AI was actually pretty smart. They started chasing us down, and you're going to see in this battle that they did not make it easy for us. So now we got some Uryks charging against our main line here. All charging in. Might as well fast forward it now at this point. Just look at it, there's pouring over the hills in a black wave. Brutal. I also did put reshader on this on Attila, so it does look a lot better. Look at the detail on these units. This looks absolutely amazing. See, look at this, they're chasing down our cav, so I have to keep maneuvering our cav. So our swordsmen are out here on the flanks, kind of surrounded. We did manage to bring down 7 of the trolls, which is actually really, really impressive. Oh, we brought another one down. Okay, cool. So there's only 2 trolls left. But they're going to bring in a bunch of infantry to come and surround these swordsmen here. And our front line is actually holding quite well. I was actually quite surprised. I'm going fast forward this a little bit now. It is a long battle. I don't want too long of an episode for you all. Just look at the landscape and everything with the reshader. The sky itself looks amazing. Makes some pretty good thumbnails. Our archers are just spewing shots at these fanatics of the Witch King here, trying to bring them down, trying to limit the amount of arrows that are coming down our main line here. Spearmen of Arnor are pretty good troops. Absolutely amazing. We ended up charging in some of our swordsman units to kind of help hold the line in the stronger areas of combat, as you can see, where they're more blobbed up, and also where the pikes are, because those pikes would just push through us here. They ended up charging some Wardens of Angmar in against our swordsmen here. And that's going to lead to some brutal fighting. Look at this. Oof. They're charging in more Wardens of Angmar. Put them in kind of a wedge formation. As you can see, we are still massively outnumbered. Look at all of these orcs. Look at this huge, massive horde that's already engaging our main line. And look at all these reserves that are still here. It's just ridiculous. So I ended up charging my cav up and around here. I was going to try and get them on this hill. And as you can see, the elves still aren't helping. This ends the good relations between the Dunedain and the elves of Linden. And elves just in general. So the northern trolls of Angmar finally broke, which is good. I ended up trying to bring our cav in here, try to get some flanking charges in. The Knights of Arnor are going to charge in and try to help relieve these elite swordsmen over here. I ended up saving the Knights of Arthedain because those are our best units on the field. Honestly, I accidentally charged them into the stakes. Accidentally, so I ended up running them sideways, hopefully limiting down on the casualties I'd sustain there. And as you can see, like I said earlier, they're going to end up charging in a lot of infantry here, and even more trolls. And these elite swordsmen are going to be completely surrounded. I ended up charging in one unit of the Knights of Arthedain and try to cause a little bit more casualties, trying to break those Wardens of Angmar there. I'm going to charge the other Knights of Arthedain up here to try to help relieve the main line here a little bit as best as I could. Over here on the right flank, we're holding strong. The High Kingsguard are still holding. God, they just look so good. Look at these guys, these models, just amazing. I love it. These High Kings Blade Masters are going to do pretty well in holding back the enemy. And rack up quite a bit of kills, if I might say. Over here on the right flank, we're going to fare quite a bit better compared to over here on the left flank. On the left flank, you know, obviously they were stretched out this way. We're going to be pretty hard pressed over here. The right flank, not so much. That's where we can kind of swoop around and try to get behind them here, as long as the main line holds. Over here, our Knights of Arnor were caught, okay? I probably could have done better in this battle, but to be honest, the odds against us were so daunting. I ended up trying to get our Knights of Arnor out through our shields, but as you can see, we're kind of surrounded here on three sides. We have the Knights of Arthedain over here just kind of holding. Like I said, I was trying to save them here. Ended up charging in some of these Arnorian bowmen in here to kind of help hold the line, because we didn't have any swordsman units over here to help hold. Let's go and get a cinematic view of the main line. We're still holding the hill. We have the high ground. As over here, they're having a difficult time, simply being because our High King Blade Masters are just absolutely wrecking them. We ended up charging in the High King's Guard and bringing in some Cardolan swordsmen over here. Maybe try to flank around this way. As you can see, obviously, like I said, the right side is having a way easier day. A massive blob of enemy here in the center, but we're still holding them, surprisingly. Alright, let's go and look at the casualties, see what's the damage. We're losing men pretty fast, but so are they. They've lost quite a bit of men. Alright, so we ended up getting out some of those Knights of Arnor out of the melee. This other one is holding. We're going to get them out as well. These elite swordsmen are in for a fight of their lives, folks. Got some Trolls of Angmar here. Let's go in and get dismounted Knights of Arthedain. Let's get in here in a cinematic view. They're surrounded by the forces of evil, just trying to hold this left flank. God, those Trolls helmets look awesome. The clubs look pretty good as well. I like them a lot better than the Ala guys simply because of their helmets. You guys cannot tell or have not already told from me, I'm a sucker for helmets, guys. Just unit models in general. Ended up trying to charge these 28 Knights of Arnor to kind of just stop these Great Axes of Rudar, chase down these evil men here. we are not having a good time against them, I can tell you that. We're going to go ahead and charge in with the Knights of Arnor again, try to cause some casualties. We're going to try to use these Knights of Arthedain. We need to try to start taking out some of these archer units. But as you can tell, it's still very much in our favor, right? I mean, it's getting there. Our main line is holding, okay? And at this point in the battle, I thought, oh, well, we're winning this. We got this. You know, I thought it was going to be pretty easy for the rest of the battle, but oh, was I wrong. Oh, was I wrong. Got very sweaty there at the end. And you guys will see. We're going to go and fast forward a little bit more. We're going to go and charge down these archers now with the Knights of Arthedain, trying to limit the amount of fire coming on the main line. These Knights of Arnor were defeated by the Great Axes of Rudaur. And these elite swordsmen, as you can tell, are just absolutely surrounded. They're about to get surrounded completely on all sides. Almost, I mean, almost really. I mean, they just have this small gap right here. You see these trolls got, what, 24 kills right now? Yeah. If they were used actually manually by an actual player, they would have been doing a lot more than that. So I ended up bringing High King Elisar over here because I could see that these swordsmen over here were not going to hold out for much longer. And this is a big concentration of enemy troops. Charging the Knights of Arnor, keep trying to get some flanking charges and try to limit the amount of men on this left flank here. On this right flank, we're having a very easy time. We're surrounding this main body of enemy infantry that's assaulting our center. And over here, we managed to break the Goblin Mercenary Bowmen ruthlessly with our Knights of Arthedain. And look, guys, our Elven allies are still sitting here and watching us get slaughtered. Love it. Gotta love it. Alright, over here, our Spearmen of Arnor broke, so I had to kind of get our general in here with this High King's Guard to try to hold that line. Ended up bringing two swords of Great Swords of Cardolin over. They were over here, but I realized that our right flank is pretty well secure. Ended up charging in our Knights of Arthedain and trying to just break them over here so we can completely surround this main body of enemy infantry. And they're so heavily armored, guys, that these Fanatics of the Witch King could barely even bring any of them down. Ooh, what are these? The Wardens of Angmar. We got more of these guys. They're going to charge into the center here in a wedge. Trolls are coming as well. Ended up charging in the rallied Spearmen of Arnor and the Great Swords of Cardolin to come and try to help stop these northern trolls. I've learned best that, honestly, pikes and great swords are actually really effective against these trolls. Alright, over here we're absolutely breaking them with our Knights of Arthedain. We're going to go ahead and pull them out. They're needed elsewhere in the battle. Ended up charging in the Dunedain Rangers, and we needed all hands on deck at this point. Over here I got the Arnorian Spear Guards along with our two High King's Guard units. They're going to come over here and help hold this left flank. This is about to be very hard pressed, and these trolls are absolutely monstrous. Very hard to bring them down. At this point we lost our Knights of Arnor, so it's just up to the Knights of Arthedain. How many kills these guys got? 238, 195, and 241. So at this point in the battle, you have to understand that the elves also count for our allied man count. It's getting pretty stretched thin, right? You got a bunch of units over here. Okay, let's go ahead and... Actually, we're just going to focus on this battle. I was going to go count them. But at this point in the battle, guys, our units are very heavily diminished. Like, it was it's looking very, very tough at this point. And I thought it was definitely going to be a certain defeat. But we're going to go ahead and try to walk our Knights of Arthedain out and around to this left flank. We got some Hwalder. We got Hwalder right over here. Cara Dune, the lieutenant of Cara Dune, was in this battle. Where was he? I think we already killed him, to be honest. I think we did. Not seen him anywhere. Yeah, I think he's dead. Alrighty, folks. So we brought our knights over here. They're trying to see. This is what I'm telling you guys. The AI actually did a pretty good job trying to ward away our cavalry, trying to keep them away from their flanks. Alright, over here we're still holding strong. Beating these orc raiders. I'm going to cinematic view and just show the main line again. This main line held out like champs. Looking at that really thin line of spearmen there at the beginning, you probably didn't think I was going to be able to hold back that horde, but I was actually quite surprised. The blood of the Dunedain runs thick in these guys. I think it is the blood of the Dunedain. I don't know. I'm not very good with lore. I try my best. And these trolls are still holding. They're racking up kills. We end up charging a bunch of these guys down over here. Making sure they just completely broke at this point. Waldir still alive. Over here on this right flank is pretty much a done deal. I mean, a lot of our units are pretty diminished. 34, 25. We got archers in here fighting. We got 33 left. We got 119 there. It's not bad. 138, 62. As you can tell, this is when our men just really started breaking. You can look at our units here. They're really diminished, guys. I mean, there's still so many enemy left. Breaking these blades of Angmar here. We're going to use these Arnorian spear guards to come try to chase these guys down. We're going to form up our Knights of Arthedain and just start charging them in the flanks. Trying to get some kills. Oh yeah, look at that sky, guys. Very, very artistic, I would say. Just a very artsy feel. And they're racking up the kills. Alright, so let's look at the forces. How many we got? We only got 200 or 2,800 left now, and they're finally evenly matched. We've actually dropped quite a few of them. I feel like I'm playing with the dwarves, honestly. Dwarves would have actually fared quite a bit better, I would say. Dwarven infantry is just absolutely tanks in this mod. As they should be. Alright, they're starting to rout. Their morale is dropping. But they're starting to surround our main line. They burst through holes. Look at the amount of just dead on the field, guys. Just absolute rivers of men's blood are just running down this hill. Honestly, you could probably call this the last stand of Arnor, simply being because at the end of this battle, guys, there's not enough men left to face the next horde that's sent by the Witch King of Angmar. Oof. Let's go and get some cinematics in here now. Let's keep fast forwarding. I'm going to charge out of Knights of Arthedain. Acolytes of the Witch King are charging in here. Along with some wardens, I believe. Oh, it's Margamir. Here he is. That's enemy general. Let's try to see if we can find him. Alright, let's look for a white face. Where are you, Margamir? Maybe he's already dead. I think he's already dead. I think so. Oh, that sucks. Alright, so the Knights of Arthedain are going to come around this way, obviously, since they can make charges, because our main line is pretty much gone at this point. And they're going to start making charges in, keep trying to break these guys. And they completely routed over here. The right flank really did their job, guys, and just really just came in clutch. These High Kingsguard really just held the line to the last man. They're really getting down there. Even our Knights of Arthedain, our very heavy shot cav, had a really difficult time. And the elves are still over here watching. Thanks, guys. Don't worry, we got it. We got it. Alright, now the forces of evil are down to 1,000. Okay. But in that time, we managed to also lose 700 men. Go ahead and charge in some High King Elisar over here. Kind of just try to break Qualdir. Qualdir looks pretty sick. She looks pretty awesome. Get some cinematic views in here. And look at this, guys. I told you the trolls that were tanks. Look, they got 257 kills right now, and we only dropped one of them. It's absolutely insane. Might need to nerf them just a little bit. And at this point, you guys can understand that it's pretty much over at this. Pretty much a done deal. Alright. Get the music back on here. As you guys can tell, they're at their last. So we're gonna go ahead and view this charge. Charge! Men of Arthedain! And look at that. Didn't even, actually, maybe we dropped one of them, maybe? Yeah, we dropped one troll with that charge. And at this point, it's a done deal. We won. The elves didn't help us. They're gonna return back to Linden safely. Celeborn betrayed us. Alright, so the trolls retreated, and at this point, it's just done. Right, we got Morgamir here, still holding his last. Maybe Morgamir isn't dead. I just can't find him. Where are you, Morgamir? Whatever. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and look at a cinematic view of the dead in memoriam. The brave men of Arnor making their last stand. And after this, Tarnos fell, because we didn't have enough men to defend it. After our great army that was sitting on this hill, this is all that remains. Sad days. Alright, guys, this is about it. Morgamir is still alive, just couldn't find him. Troll running across the landscape, going back to his troll cave. Morgamir's fighting to the last man. Alright, we'll go and fast forward this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoy me making some more Lord of the Rings videos with our good old mod. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Perry the Trojan out.